go this way? Let's see. I do go this way. Where the hell are you, fucking idiot?
White Wajans. Nandin Quipans. In Twifel Atraus.
Okay, let's take them all out. Hi. Okay. Nope. Let's go, mama. Let's go, mama. Oh yeah, shit. Come get it. Yeah. Nice. What did I get? Yeah, you don't like that anyways. Okay. Let's see. Alright. Nice. Oh, looky there.
Sith, my lord. Major Illen here, sir.
You have my attention.
Yes, as the new resources officer here on Balmorra, I just wanted to apologize for the behavior of the late Major Bessica. His son's mission was not a military matter, and the Major had no right to demand your valuable time in that way.
I couldn't agree more.
I just hope you remember my role in helping you find what you were after.
I never neglect to repay a service rendered.
You'll always be welcome here on Balmorra, sir.
Naturally.
A Sith is welcome wherever she goes.
Absolutely. No question of it. It's a pleasure to serve. Well, good luck with whatever it is you're doing.
I've heard most satisfactory reports of your success in the Balmoran arms factory, and that fool Vol-Argon played right into our hands. There can be no doubt. The resistance is crushed.
Good luck with the final assault, Colonel.
Thank you. Captain Rigel is in charge of writing up the report on this one. If I could ask you for one final favor, that you report your success to him.
Darth Lacris, Grand Marshal Chiquetta is defeated, and the Balmoran arms factory is broken.
You smell like smoke and blood. Let me show you something.
On behalf of the Senate and the Supreme Chancellor, I wholeheartedly condemn the actions of these rogue soldiers on Balmora. They struck at Imperial targets without any Republic support. The Senate values its peace treaty with the Empire.
So embarrassing for the Senate, forsaking their own people. Meanwhile, Imperial intelligence has begun interrogating our captives. I'm giving the Jedi to Darth Mar to see if they can be turned.
I did what an Imperial army couldn't do. I hope you appreciate that.
Oh, I do. I certainly do. I'm gathering troops for a clean sweep of the Balmoran arms factory. I'm making it my base of planetary operations. My governorship would be very different without you. You have my gratitude for your assistance.
Working with another Sith is always inspiring.
Perfectly said. It's time I return to ruling. There are new reports of resistance activity. Should you choose to remain on Balmora, perhaps I'll call on you again.
My lord, this is the happiest of days. The whole resistance is in shambles. The people's spirits are broken. Balmora is as good as ours.
I delight in breaking people's spirits.
Your joy is infectious, my lord. We cannot possibly thank you enough for your service. Decades we've been trying to win this war, and you've done it in a fraction of the time. Thank you.
I am truly honored to serve such a personage as you, Master. History will remember your name. Not mine, but...
I found the artifact.
Excellent. I trust Major Bessica was a good help. I've traced another artifact to Nar Shaddaa, but I'm still trying to locate the other two. I'll see what I can learn while you're on Nar Shaddaa. Now hurry. There can be no gain without haste. Apprentice, you've reached Nar Shaddaa safely. Good. Don't let the glittering towers fool you. Misery and desperation rule the slums below. And desperation can drive people to many things. Remember that in your attempts to recover the artifact here.
Any idea where I should start?
In this case, the who is more important than the where. The artifact, a pendant called the Eye of Tulak, belongs to the Sith Lord Palladius. He's lived here many years, converting Nar Shaddaa's poor and suffering into zealous followers. His own cult.
He sounds like a very cunning man. I admire that.
Cunning, devious, persuasive, yes, and atrociously stubborn. Palladius leads his cult from seclusion, but you can draw him out. I've contacted 2 of his former cult members. They're in hiding now, fearing retribution, but hungry for revenge. They should prove useful.
How did you convince these fools to help?
I have encouraged their cooperation with the assurance that once Palladius is gone, the cult is theirs to lead. Circumstances change, of course. Do whatever you feel is necessary with Palladius and his cult. The artifact is all that matters.
Ponu insaka wesan fram. Ipsik erbay kudana, jaus erbay rojandan, in bise wisdai.
I'm glad you're so happy.
Was in amin, in apidai daje, fewer tigons freisans. Mat insok ja, himan kudana, ja ayon pro kumana. Pai power juice, ja af apidun, pata ja sungadras.
Continue to follow me, and I promise those days will return.
Insok ja himan gondana da ayu pro und in amagas kapana warpen himinam arpai bohav nona.
Where do you think you're sending that scan?
Forgive the unorthodox introductions. Moro Weizen, head of special operations for the Imperial Diplomatic Service. I need assistance plucking a thorn from the Empire's side. It should be a trivial task for a Sith, my lord, but I want the world to see your power.
Be careful what you seek to unleash.
Of course, I meant no disrespect. I was tasked with gathering allies on Nar Shaddaa. Hutt clans, corporations, gangsters. But one man has resisted our entreaties. Ukabi is the local leader of the Exchange, a galaxy spanning criminal organization specializing in high-tech vice. Ukabi and the Exchange refuse to join us.
You want me to convince this Ukabi to change his mind?
We're long past that point. The Exchange spends more money than most governments on spies, slicers, and scientists. Anyone they can't buy, they kidnap. They would have been valuable friends, but Ukabi drugs and tortures my messengers. We need to make an example of him.
Defiance is unacceptable. He should be dealt with.
I want his army decimated, his arms caches looted, his chemical refineries razed to the ground. I want a show of force so overwhelming that no one on Nar Shaddaa will ever deny the Empire again. If you would grant us this favor.
Tell me what you're offering.
The diplomatic service will compensate you fully for your time. In addition, the wealth of the Exchange is yours to claim. The Exchange operates out of the Corellian sector of the city. Your path of destruction begins there. When you're through crippling the operations, you can find me at my command post. I'll be watching the chaos from my chambers.
Afragiban.
Oh, Destress, dear brutish Destress. And Riley, so beautiful and intelligent. You were like children to me, which is why it pains me to do this.
You can cut the act, Palladius. You never cared about any of your children.
We don't need a tyrant for a father.
Ah, well said. Marvelous last words. Truly, I expected nothing less, which is what makes this so hard. Now, if you'll excuse me, my other children would like to play with you.
You're welcome.
What have we here? The cavalry, looks like. Appreciate the help, but I had it under control.
Tagasar Jais en Barks Prize war Tyren Swase Ikbus Karadida.
Easy, Destress. This isn't some holo you're talking to. My lord.
You would be wise to follow her lead.
Course, my lord. Sorry. There was a lady Sith a while back, Darth Sash. Said she'd send someone to help us out. You it?
Palladius has something I need. And if helping you will get it for me, then yes.
Good, because it makes me sick to think Palladius is out there while I'm cooped up in this rat hole.
Palladius built his empire on the backs of the poor. Said he'd save them from their miserable lives.
Said we'd make a, a mighty sword and strike against our enemies? It was all lies. It was all lies, but you win the support of the poor, you knock Palladius's legs out from under him.
The masses will worship me by dawn.
Get him the way Palladius did. Find the biggest, most vicious gang on the block and crush them. Right now, the gang's the Crates, named after the Crate Dragon on Tatooine. Their leader, Sabin, thinks he's descended from one. Take out Sabin, and the masses will see you as a regular hero.
He'll need to be a dragon if he hopes to stand against me.
With all respect, taking out the crates wins you followers only until the next gang rises up. But there may be another way. A plague called the Rot afflicts the poorest of Nar Shaddah's poor. But it can be cured, and the person who does so will be regarded not just as a hero, but as a prophet.
Prophet? Now that's more to my taste.
I'm glad you approve, my lord. The cure to the Rot is owned by Titus Neutronics. You'll have to steal it from their warehouse, then distribute it.
I think I'll stick with the killing.
The direct approach. I like it. The crate's lair is in the Corellian sector. Crush their leader, and the masses will take notice.
Baru Jamunja.
My lord, I wanted to apologize for Destris earlier. He was out of line.
At least one of you knows her place.
I have a great deal of respect for you. I just wanted you to know that. You radiate a power that Palladius, for all his ranting and demanding, never did.
Why, thank you.
I'm glad you noticed.
Anyway, if we want to make a stab at taking over Palladius' cult, we need a real headquarters. Somewhere you can speak, hold meetings. I hope you don't mind, but I took the liberty of finding a place.
This wouldn't be a ploy to outplay Destris for my favor.
I'm sorry. I thought the Sith smiled on ambition, but in any case, I was only trying to help. The place is called the Stroll House, for a charity worker named Dakin Stroll. The people look to him as a leader. He's been dead nearly a decade, but his name still means something. And I thought it couldn't hurt to have his name associated with yours.
If it gets me away from this place, fine.
Well, here we go.
Godoba, please. I have good news.
Do not attempt to dissimulate.
No dissimulation intended. But I wanted you to meet someone. My lord, allow me to introduce the diplomatic services allies on Nar Shaddaa, the Shadow Syndicate.
So this is who the Empire's been cavorting with.
I'll show you around the room. Godoba the Hutt, owner of the club Vertica Casino and 5 city sectors. Your ship is docked in his spaceport. Varko Ti, Chomash of the Nar Shaddaa Labor Alliance. There are no better slavers in the galaxy.
A pleasure.
And last, DXTX, primary hub of the DX Annihilator network.
Your destructive prowess is respectable. Negotiations permitted.
Together, they represent key powers. Yukabi and the Exchange could have joined them, but thanks to your strike, we needn't worry about the Exchange anymore.
Too bad I still feel like killing.
Then you, of all of us, may be in luck. This woman has lied to you.
What?
She has blundered where many upstarts blundered before. And now, we all pay the price.
That's not fear I smell, is it?
Varko, really? We're hardly vulnerable.
He's preparing an army of steam-enhanced killers and cybernetically linked assassins. Detonite droid production has increased.
Ah, very well. If Yukabi won't learn his lesson, then the Empire can handle his dying blows.
Who knew you could have so much fun playing with criminals?
My sources report Exchange death squads on the move. As you destroyed his assets, he'll destroy ours. The promenade, factories, slave pens. Ukabi is drawing energy for his chemical enhancement facilities. He augments soldiers for battle. He must be stopped now.
I'm not a strategist. Your recommendation, my lord?
I recommend you are a pain in my ass.
Let the Exchange target civilians while we carve out their heart. These enhancement facilities, what are they?
You'll have to destroy the tanks and face their creations.
I'll alert our forces here and keep the Shadow Syndicate in line. We can discuss this when you return.
Survive, don't worry. That was weird.
Teufel Atlas.
Okay, let's see what we got in here. Nothing to worry about.
an unforgivable mistake. You began this conflict. All our businesses suffer. Now you all die.
That's big talk from a terrified little gangster.
The attacker. You have weakened my forces, but my death squads wade through blood as we speak. I have killed your kind before, Sith. I will again.
It looks bad, I know, but I've been working on a strategy.
Better.
Leave the strategizing to people who know better.
Let her speak. If she fails us again, she knows she'll pay the price.
Okay.
Our guards captured a few of the gangsters. The exchange is based in the tunnels running under this sector. Maybe now's the time to push. Wipe them out, their leaders, along with Yukabi.
The DX Annihilator Network approves. Perhaps. I think I speak on behalf of the Shadow Syndicate when I ask, with due respect, can this be done?
Do not underestimate the power that flows through me, Slaver.
No, certainly not.
You'll have to take out the members of Yukabi's inner circle. All of them are cybernetically enhanced.
Custom-built masterworks, equal to a dozen Mandalorian warriors.
When they're dead, proceed to Yukabi's chambers. Do whatever you have to do.